So hello, this is Alan Fine. I am aboard the Crystal Symphony. We're in Alaska. I'm here with Captain Thomas Larsen, and this is Insider Travel Report. So what's it been like to have members of the Orca team on the ship?
Oh, it's great. I mean, I'm talking for most of our crew for sure, and most of the guests. I mean, whales, it's fantastic animals, and getting these experts come and educate us on whales and whale behavior and how to interact with them in a safe way for the environment as well, of course. It's fantastic. And we have spot many whales. More, maybe, with these guys on board than we would otherwise have.
Like a magnet.
Maybe, yes.
Yeah.
It's contagious, yeah. Their enthusiasm is spreading with the guests and the crew. Now, speaking for myself, I'm a scuba diver. I've been diving. I've been on the sea for my whole life, so I love these things. So, but still, they have learned me. I've learned a lot these few weeks with orcas. Absolutely.
And so the word is that you're going to continue spotting for them.
Absolutely, yes. We are continuing following the program, and no. So they have educated us on their organization. So we have been provided sheets. So the officers, we do weather sheets and other observations.
You're used to doing that.
Well, yeah, we do that.
But now you need to do it to their specifications for the animals.
Yeah. In addition to that, we will know when we see whales, we can notice the position, how many whales, what type of whale it is, and of course send this information to them, and they put it together in a database for increasing the knowledge. And this database, of course, they share with other organizations, and for the benefit of the whales.
Well, what's great is they've also trained the guests as well, so everybody is working on this project with you.
Absolutely, yes. And the guests, when they see me, they always want to come and talk about whales. So they tell me when they see whales. No, so of all the other cruise lines, Crystal will be the only one to continue this program with Orca and providing this data back to Orca to collect this information about wildlife and whales. Mm-hmm. So that's fantastic.
So now I've experienced Alaska, but Crystal style. And how is Endeavor different, or how will it be different from what I've just experienced?
No, I think the itinerary is different from the bigger ships. A smaller ship can discover deeper inside in the fjords, do stops in places where we can't stop with the big ships, which we will cater to more people that way, people who want to do the smaller ports, but also the people who love the big ships, because we're coming back with Serenity as well later on. So I think by this we will cover Alaska like no other company will cover Alaska in the future.
Bragg, what kind of equipment are you looking forward to working with?
Everything. It's a Polar class built ship, Endeavor. Right. We will have helicopters, a submersible. I like submersibles, scuba equipment, of course, kayaks and zodiacs, where we can land in places we cannot land with a normal tender boat. Most Crystal guests are familiar with the tender boats. Now we will have zodiacs where we can move it further inland and more difficult places maybe.
How long did it take to plan that Northwest Passage, and how does that compare to the planning that's needed for Endeavor?
It took 2 years. A lot of planning. There's not been that many ships up there at all. So 2 years in the planning, and it's very similar with Endeavor. It's a new product. I mean, Expedition is different. It's the new things to come for sure. And there are many expedition ships out there, but there will be only one that is wrapped in a crystal package.
Right.
When we started the Esprit, let's say that's an expedition light.
Right.
Seychelles, fantastic. And I'm saying that the ship to discover the Seychelles is the Crystal Esprit, without a doubt. I've done 2 seasons there myself on the Esprit. It's fantastic. You know, we go ashore with the Zodiacs, we land, people get a little bit dirty, sand, it's hot, humid. Oh, you come back on board, we swim on the aft, on the platform next to the yacht. People cool off, they go up, put on the best, and we have a crystal evening after that. So it's wrapped in a crystal package. It's a completely different experience from all other expedition ships out there.
Tell us about your background, please.
No, I've been at sea since I was a kid, 16 years old. I started and worked myself up. That's the short version. And
No, give me a longer version.
yeah, I started 16 years old.
What was the first job?
Second cook on a ship. Very short though, because that's just to get in.
Right.
I took whatever job I could get, and I was a second cook. I got offered a deck boy very early on, and that's what I wanted to do, work in the deck department. I did the deck department as a deck boy, OS and AB, that's how it works. Did my military service in the Navy in Sweden back in the Cold War. And then, of course, I have to choose, and I went to the for my nautical degree, and graduated 1991 and started working as a second officer on cargo ships, and then moved over to cruise ships, and moved from the rank of second officer all the way up to captain.
So the point is, you know everything. You've done everything. You've been there, and so you can walk around the ship and take over any job, right?
Almost. I know a little bit about everything.
Right. And we could throw you. The food's great here, but you were a second cook, so you could substitute, right?
Absolutely. At least in the quality checking department.
Right. We all do that. How did you and Crystal come together?
No, actually, I was asked to join Crystal back in 2015, end of 15, when they decided to start with the Crystal Esprit project. I'm familiar with the yachting part of the sailing. I'm also a licensed submarine pilot for the submersible. So Crystal asked me to join the Crystal Esprit project to start up and with a setup which was very interesting, of course.
But you hear that, the submarine part, that's the interesting part. He can do that too.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. So now, how many ships have you actually commanded for Crystal?
2. For Crystal is 2. Yeah.
This one and
the Crystal Esprit and Crystal Symphony. So I started with Esprit and I moved here 2.5 years ago.
All right, so what's the future hold for you? What's going on with you and Alaska and the ships?
Actually, I'm here now. This is my last contract on Symphony. I have been asked to start up the Crystal Endeavour, our new yacht expedition ship, which is, of course, fantastic project. Right. So I'm very proud to be part of that. So I will start there in January next year with in the shipyard with the setup of this product.
So you're the go-to guy for the new ships?
Hopefully, yes.
Okay.
One of them.
Before we go, what would you like all of our travel advisors to know about Crystal?
Whatever the product we have in Crystal, may it be the river, the ocean, the yacht expedition, it's different experience, but it's the same, delivered in the same standard, yeah. The best
same
standard,
the same quality, that high level.
Absolutely. First class product.
That's great. Thank you, Captain. And this is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report.